me in, I'm trying to fuck.
Let me in, I'm trying to fuck. Let's say a little bit of fuck. Hey guys, welcome back to another 6 Feet Under podcast. And as you can tell, we're not at home. That means we have guests. We're kicking the shit, grabbing some beers. I don't know what's gonna go after that. Sorry, I had a moment. I'm sober. I'm sorry.
It's a beautiful moment of inspiration.
Yeah, but like always, we gotta thank those beautiful sponsors. And you know what it is. We're drinking it. We cannot open the cans because you'll find out later. We are sponsored by our beautiful friends from Old Sheepdog Brewery. Old Sheepdog Brewery, look at it, 3900 Rosa Ave, Paso Texas, 79905, right here in the Galeria Lincoln Park. Dude, you still grab a cold beer, delicious, crispy, toasty. Get about 6 of them. Get drinking them. I won't stop you, but you might hate your Cesar from far. You're drunk, and I'll be like, oh, I gotta stop you, dude. Stop by, grab a cold, say hi to everybody here at the crew. We enjoy giving high fives, shotgunning beers, drinking good beers with you. And you want to light it up, and that's with Vitolas. Look at it, 216 West Franklin, Paso Texas, 79901, right there next to the baseball stadium. The locomotive stadium, the Southwest University Park. You know where it is. You know where to hit them up. Light it up there, because it's one of the oldest cigar shops in El Paso. Over 430 cigars now, if I'm not mistaken. They told me the other day, and I totally sold that 400 and something. So don't say I don't have anything for you, because they probably do. And you're hungry, you gotta hit up my boy Alex. Alex is the guy who owns a White Knife Dining food truck. That's a Pawn Rock food truck right in a downtown.
Yeah, guys, and as always, please be sure to check us out at 6feetunderstudios.com, where you'll find links to all of our streaming platforms, including our YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, as well as our Instagram, where we like to post daily posts, or maybe not daily, but whenever Alex feels like it, on our Instagram. Whenever we got going on, you'll see on there and see what else is happening within our community. Also, please be sure to check out our website for our local spotlight, where we'd like to have all of our friends, family, guest members, whoever is on the show, who we're working with or going to work with, we like to give them a little bit of extra spotlight, because here at 6 Feet Under, we're all about local support and local. We always want to make sure we give our local friends a little bit of extra support. That's very, very important to us here at 6 Feet Under. So we're a barber, a brewer, stripper, OnlyFans model, mechanic, whatever you are here locally. As long as you're doing something here locally, you got something to push, that's where you want to go ahead and give them a little bit of feature. So make sure you guys check that out at 6feetunderstudios.com.
Woo! And we're upstairs from there.
Real quick, I apologize in advance. My fucking NFL fantasy draft got moved to tonight at 7 p.m. So you might see me a little distracted every now and then on my phone.
The fuck, you do fantasy?
Yeah, dude.
Sorry.
I'm not good at it, but I fucking do it just for the hell of it. See if I can win something.
Yeah. But how do we introduce this? I don't know. It's different. Like, I was gonna say, well, Alex is here again, but it's not promoting your glass blowing or blowing anybody.
Yeah, I'm not promoting either.
That we know.
we don't have that OnlyFans link for this one.
Oh, okay.
Well, we don't have it anymore because they don't do nudity.
No, they do it.
They backed up.
They backed out.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's back on.
Well, this is news to me. Hold on, let me text my cameraman.
The link just pops back on in the video. Like, oh.
We got contracts to sign, bro.
There it is.
I don't know. How do you want to introduce this? You guys, you're the main spot.
Please. I mean, you're the genius behind the creation.
Well, I guess anyways, why don't we start by saying why they're here with us today?
Well, they're going to have a new show opening September the 3rd, which is Friday. I don't know if we're releasing this.
This is going to be out this Friday. So
the day
that this is out, you guys will be out there. So
hell yeah. So stop by Galeria.
Yeah, so we had our soft opening, as some people are calling it. It sounds real dirty.
Well, sometimes you gotta start with the softcore porn and then work your way into it.
No, we had a private preview this last Friday, and overall the whole thing was an exhibition. It was fundamentally started because of the clothing line, and we're gonna do which has been around for a while, since 2006. But we're gonna do a relaunch.
Which, by the way, is Estylo Junction. If we haven't already,
right.
We're already going into it without even saying.
I was like, wait, what clothing line?
So originally, it was just gonna be a relaunch of the website, and then one thing led to another, and then we ended up getting up the space I've got it at Lincoln. So we were like, hey, let's do an exhibit to go along with the relaunch of the clothing. And before you knew it, we just started adding more and more things to it, and there's gonna be even more things that even if people came last Friday,
There's gonna be more
Yeah, there's
stuff.
gonna be more stuff. Yeah, and we're gonna be there for 2 months up until October 29th. But it's gonna be evolving over time, and the schedule that we're gonna be having is we'll be posting it next week.
So you're just doing Friday technically.
Friday's gonna be the grand opening.
And that's it, at least for this weekend. This Friday so far.
Right, it's for this Friday so far, and then for sure we'll be back on the 19th. Once I think there's an event going on at Lincoln Park.
Oh yeah, the Lincoln Park thing.
What's happening in Lincoln Park?
It's
I'm not
their
even
like
sure, to be honest, but
anniversary that they do every
all I know is they're
year.
gonna reopen it, and it's been since before the pandemic that that we're gonna have people back over there. So
Oh, that's dope.
just trying to introduce them because a lot of people that come to this area have
No idea Lincoln.
no idea, or vice versa.
Yeah,
Like I mean, they know the park is there, obviously, but
Yeah,
like,
but
when
they're
there's
like, "What's
events,
Like,
so
damn, dude, like where you been? Oh, you're not.
yeah, so we're
The construction has also held up a lot of
Events.
the events they had there. A lot of the bigger ones.
Yeah, but then you said what's the Estylo function?
Estylo Junction.
Junction. So I know
Junction,
it's a function.
Junction.
Yeah.
So it's a
Label.
label
It's a
slash
lifestyle label.
Yeah,
Damn, lifestyle. Man.
it started originally from silver, way back in the day. What, like 06?
Yeah.
I think it was, and it was more of a like you said, like a lifestyle. You just kind of brought it upon your friends and family, whoever wanted to become part of it was just like, or wanted to incorporate some kind of aspect or some kind of feeling or movement towards it, or just even help to promote it, right?
The thing about the name itself is that it's very flexible, and the reason why it's called Estylo Junction is where the styles come together.
Yeah.
And the spelling on Estylo is just really like an anglicized. It's a white way of saying it, you know.
I was waiting for Cesar. He's the smart one here. So
He's probably right. I don't know that one.
It's a white
Yeah, I was
way
like,
of saying
I've
it.
never heard that
You know,
word.
I thought I was thinking Anglo-Saxon or something, but
You gotta speak politically correct. I didn't want to say the wrong word, but yeah, basically, it's when styles come together. But when I started off the line in 2006, I started off by making some graphic tees. Then in 2007, I had the opportunity to do a fashion show. So instead of doing just the graphic tees that I was doing, I started doing couture dresses and men's apparel. And I was buying fabrics and making everything from scratch, sewing everything together. And for 10 years, I headlined a lot of fashion shows, building up the Estylo Junction brand. But every single time, the apparel aspect of it was easier. It sold faster. It got the name out more. The inventory wasn't as expensive. So there was just it was just the road of least resistance. And because I had to do all the graphic designing for the apparel, I started doing flyers, and then it went on to murals. And I started working with different local businesses, developing their brand, all of their concepts. And ultimately, when I met Alex, at that same time, we were both artists, but we both started getting commercialized around the same time. And then we have a lot of the same commercial clients with a lot of bars and local restaurants.
So all of this pretty much developed from the actual initial you just starting off doing graphic tees.
Exactly, yeah. One thing, it all went from that, and I said, okay, I need to do this, but I can't afford to hire somebody to do it. So then I would do it myself. And when I met Alex, even though his style and mine are a little bit different, they complement each other. And even though I believe that his talent is, when it comes to execution, is way more advanced than mine, he always respected that the business aspect that I brought to it and the experience that I had from trial and error and developing one name. So he was like, all right, cool, you're ready. In a sense, without him saying it, it was like, hey, you already put in the hours, and I have some really good talent. Let's get together. And that's how I feel like
Actually,
on the
picture
balance.
you saying it like that. Just fucking do it together.
Yeah, I find that I always have to bring more because I believe his work is some of the best in the city, and I know I'm never gonna get there. So I'm like, hey, I gotta do more. I gotta do this, and So I was like, I gotta bring at least the experience of developing the name.
When you say that you started buying fabric, so then you started had to learn how to fucking
Yeah,
sew shit
thanks to YouTube, because this was in 2007, right? And 2005 was when YouTube
Was picking
started.
up, yeah.
Already picking up. 2007, I got a sewing machine, and I started buying fabrics. I started buying fabrics at thrift stores. I started buying fabrics in a lot of clearance areas, and I wanted fabrics that nobody else had. And one of the things about thrift stores is a lot of fabric stores have also always donated things.
Yeah,
so I was
shit that it's not even being used anymore.
yeah, nobody else is gonna have it. And that blew up the name like crazy. Estylo Junction was all over the newspaper. There was articles about it like every single month. We were labeled as the pioneers of fashion shows in El Paso. My publicist Carlo Mendo and I, who was the guy who used to run Loft Light Studio, and then out of Loft Light Studio, a lot of us met there, and you know we came out. I met Alex there. I met Tino there. I met Kristen there. A lot of like Eddie Marquez, Diego, Eddie and Gabriel Marquez, you know, respectively. There's just so many different people that came out of that particular little mecca of what Loft Light Studio was, and it all came because of all the experiments that at that time Carlo Mendo and I were doing. We revitalized the arts district downtown, and then we're here now.
You know,
Obviously, a lot happened between, but
before anything, I feel really bad because we were really bad hosts for this. I don't think we got your actual name on here so everybody knows who your name is.
I know, we just went straight.
Yeah, we went straight into it. I'm so sorry about that.
No, my name's Silver is real. That's what people know me as.
If you're watching this, you already know that I'm gonna put it in the lower third. So, but
yeah.
if you're listening,
It's there,
I'm
but for
sorry.
anybody that's listening who doesn't know who's speaking right now,
we don't even
there you go.
introduce ourselves, so
Yeah.
we forget about that.
I mean, at this point,
right.
people don't listen to care about us. Dude.
It's all informality.
It's all
having a good
there.
time.
What is a name really, but just a label?
Yeah.
I don't believe in labels.
I don't believe in.
I'm getting too deep into it.
comes back from LA.
Comes
Fucking
back
LA
from-
Caesar. Bring back New York Caesar.
Yeah.
He didn't
Hey, tomato avocado.
he didn't give more shits about it.
Oh shit. But no, dude, that's fucking dope as shit. I didn't know that's where. I guess I thought the gallery thing was like just that's what you guys were doing. I didn't know that like came from you wanted to bring back all the website or.
Yeah,
the
so
apparel kind of
we've
stuff.
been pushed because look, 6 years ago we decided that we wanted to work together.
Yeah.
And then for 3 years we met up a few times a year, and we sorted it out. 3 years ago, he made an investment into the company, and then also brought his artistic abilities. We threw a relaunch party, but what that happened at that particular time is that we saw the potential because of the feedback that we had. We saw the potential of what we could do, but we knew that we didn't have the resources or the time at that. So we shelved everything, and we took time to rebuild our personal lives, rebuild the business, put the proper time and money into inventory and everything, and then come back. And now we feel comfortable with what we have to offer rather than back then. And even though we feel comfortable, we're still gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep expanding.
Yeah.
And like I said, it turned out into a lifestyle label. And the term goes back to what I said earlier, is that it's the road of least resistance. I always, just you put things out and then you kind of, you find your way. I don't like to plan because life is unpredictable.
Yeah.
Look at COVID. Everything got thrown off, and if anything, we took COVID last year to organize a lot of things that helped us out. But overall, life is the unpredictability aspect of it. We just kind of go with it. But we plant a lot of seeds and we have a lot of roads. And then we're just kind of so we're not just putting all of our eggs in one basket whenever it comes to anything that we do.
Yeah, because I don't know. Well, you seen the sticker, the El Paso fucking Texas?
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, really? That's you.
So the El Paso fucking Texas slogan has pretty much become the subtitle of Estylou Junction. So it's everywhere. It's not been photographed in 47 different countries.
It's on
It's been a mark.
It's on this pint.
Yeah.
speaking of, brought to you by
Oh shit, dude.
Estylo
That's
Junction
fucking dope.
and an Old Sheepdog production. Which, by the way, since we're here,
Yeah. That was my other point. Like, you guys opening the gallery event, the relaunch party, and the relaunch of the brand. You guys made a beer.
Yeah, so this is why we say it's more of a way of life, pretty much. So a life worth living has to do with everything that's built up, the brand behind it, the meaning behind it, as to the story to where it is today. So that's why we got together with Gus from Old Sheepdog, and we're like, hey man, would you want to collaborate and let's make a beer that identifies us and the label. And he was like, yeah.
How will you call this beer? I know what it is, but like, how will you guys call it? Like, what kind of beer is it?
That's
it's
that's
a-
what we're talking about.
Yeah, so it could malt liquor / strong lager, like same. Yeah,
Kinda
to
like-
different people it may ring a different way, or their taste palette may be different. But it's a really smooth light beer,
Yeah, it's
6.1%. It's still strong.
Yeah,
but
it is
Yeah,
strong for
it is.
malt liquor, which is, if you don't think it's like it's the Mickey's, but with
There we
actual
go.
flavor.
Yeah, with actual flavor. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's-
easy
yeah,
to put down. Like it's
Exactly.
It's like I'm not gonna spend that $1.25 to grab a shitty beer.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend the $6, enjoy more flavor,
exactly.
and a little more kick into it. Too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
So-
what a Mickey's is like a 4.3, if I'm not mistaken,
is it?
or
I
I
think
think max is
8.7 or
5.
something.
more,
I don't
like-
even know.
like a
I don't know.
5.3.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like in the 5s then.
Is it?
I don't know.
I haven't had a Mickey's
high
since-
gravity or a still reserve.
MD.
I know we're going way back.
2020.
So yeah, so
I'm actually I'm curious now because of the whole Mickey's. But
well,
keep
beer's
going.
gonna launch this Friday downstairs with Gus. It'll only be sold downstairs. We have 2 different designs for the cans. Across the street, we'll have the event going on, which starts at 6, and we'll have growlers, pint glasses, shirts, merch, interactive displays, all kinds of different things for people to come in and just really enjoy themselves and like get to know and understand what our brand is, and also relate, because if you're from El Paso, Texas, you're gonna love everything we have here because you're gonna relate to everything. We put different spins on stuff. You just gotta check it out.
So what is the artwork and the displays that are over there as far as the exhibitions go? If it's kind of like relating to like the overall brand as it is.
Before I forget really quick, it's a 5.6.
Okay.
Mickey's.
See, that's a 5.3.
Sorry.
The name of the exhibit is named A Life Worth Living, and we're using a lot of El Paso fucking Texas slogans, El Paso Far West Texas also, because there's another EPFT, but it's really, I mean, it's really themed around the life that people have made worth living in El Paso. When you say El Paso fucking Texas, you say it with pride. Some people say it with animosity. But we say it with pride. We come from similar backgrounds, he and I. And even though we have, great families, and we've had to make a life worth living on our own. We've had to take the opportunities that were given to us in El Paso fucking Texas. And because of the city, we wouldn't be where we are today without the support. And we do a lot of commercial work with people all around the city. And we say, hey, well, let's do something like that, but for our own thing, to express our gratitude and our appreciation for El Paso fucking Texas.
Yes, I've seen it. But it's more like you have to make it your own way. Like shit happens, just to figure it out and do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically,
we've always
that's
had to figure out,
basically-
Which
That's
goes the
basically-
same way hand in hand with our artwork. Like sometimes you got to work with what you have.
Yeah,
Right?
Like, I tell people when they already ask me why are you only doing black and white? Because I don't have fucking money to buy color.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Like, I have
So
a
I gotta-
Sharpie.
exactly.
It's
I gotta do
I have a Sharpie
make
and a
do with what I
pencil.
have and
Fuck you.
make the best out of it. Same way you make the best out of life.
I'm going to say that 90% of the stuff we put out there for our show is, as far as the artworks, are materials that we've used in other projects that we've had left over. A lot of things that we've had. We're lucky enough to always be busy with our commercial work, so we have a nice setup in our respective studios and materials. We've had to put very little money into that. We put a lot of money, of course, into the apparel and all the other accessories. But yeah, it's funny that we're able to just use whatever we can get our hands off, because that's also the same way that we grew up. Like
Exactly.
just you said,
Yeah.
in those humble ways. Like, why do you only use those 2 paints? Like, that's all I have,
Like
man.
if I absolutely need it, then I'll go and buy it. But
Yeah,
I'll
but-
make do with what I have and make it as beautiful as possible. Just work with what you have. That's really what it is, and that's how we grew up. Is not having much, just make do with whatever you can, and
And
fuck
you
it, like,
appreciate things a lot more that way. You
There's
know?
more beauty in
and then it makes
chaos, right?
life
Like
worth living, because look, we're very we always want more, and when we have a little bit less, we get reminded.
We just figure it out. Yeah.
there's more to the story.
When we have less,
Like,
when you have less, you figure it out.
Let's say I go out and buy a canvas that's already made for me. It's gonna
Yeah.
have a lot less memory to me than if I build it from scratch.
Oh.
What if something happens? What if I bust my toe? What if I cut myself? What
Yeah.
if it's the best canvas I've ever made? What if it warps? What if it fucks up on me? I break it. Like, it's just more to the story. It's more meaningful, and it's more, in that sense, makes it more unique, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where the El Paso fucking Texas thing stems from. Is just, again,
Doing what you can. And
Yeah.
making it work.
And and even though the slogan itself is an expression of, you can either say I'm from El Paso fucking Texas, or you can say I'm from El Paso fucking Texas, man. You know, like
Yeah, you can use it either way.
Yeah, you're either proud or you're upset about it.
It's proud of it, dude.
Yeah, and it's rare. It's rare that when I was younger, it's really popular. It was really popular for people to like dislike El Paso, and then people would leave town, and then they would fall in love with it because they would miss everything about it.
Yeah, because I have family like they have living like in nice places, and when they came back to El Paso, like, dude, I fucking miss this shit. Like family that has been like living in Hollywood and shit, and they're like, dude, there's nothing like you call your homie here being here in El Paso and be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, grab a beer. Takes you like fucking 20 minutes max, from one side of town to the other.
Yeah.
Like you
walk anywhere.
Yeah, and like,
walk.
he's like, well, over there, like I have to fucking plan like 2 weeks ahead just to like hang out with my homie. I'm like, nah, dude, here you're just like, hey, what are you doing? Grab a beer? Cool. Meet you over there. I'll pick you up. You don't have a car, fucking grab the bike.
Life's a lot easier, It's just on a
and
on a
you
different
just
time
move
frame.
around and figure shit out. Like you said it.
You winning?
Nope.
All right, cool.
How much money have you lose? We're just gonna put it on the bottom like a little lower third, just showing the money like Cesar's losing.
It's like down there right now, dude. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It started with 10, somehow it's at negative 3,000.
Just have it changing throughout the show.
I'm
dropping.
like, funny thing is, there's no money in this thing, so how am I losing so much money?
Negative.
We cut up to the next segment. You're not wearing a shirt because you lost it.
I had to sell it on the spot, bro.
Like, fuck, my team sucks. Sorry. I have never just seen you check your phone that many times. That's why.
Well, it's just because tonight's the actual drop. It was supposed to be yesterday, but
Dude, no, my friends, you know how I told you about the cookout that's going on this Saturday? My meeting group of friends, they're having this huge cookout event just because of
Really? Just for
fantasy
that?
football, yeah.
yeah, no,
We have 7 friends coming in from out of town, flying in.
no shit, just for that.
Yeah, dude, just for that.
That's fucking crazy.
And these
okay.
are all professional, like,
I don't know about
engineers and
that.
shit, like,
I'd be like, nah.
I guess
They
shit.
either
Dude.
already have a bunch of money or they're about to lose a bunch.
Yeah, for real.
and then they get
Or
like
they're-
the winner gets a WWE belt.
They have a lot of money.
Like
Who wants a WWE belt?
All my friends.
Yeah, I tried
They're
to make
all-
a custom one.
They're all like
I saw the price. Fuck that
professionals and
shit.
shit, and they're like, they're all about that.
Yeah, no, dude. It was supposed to be yesterday, but
Give
one
me
of
a belt
one
for
of the
fantasy
guys
football.
dropped out at the last minute, so it like delayed everything, and because
no.
nobody this year wanted to be the head of the damn league, so I was like, I'll fucking do it. Just
The
as long-
commissioner, right? Yeah.
So I was like, I'll fucking do it, whatever. But now I'm like, God damn it! So then I gotta do this shit. And I was like, fuck it. If I get somebody crappy, I'll get somebody crappy, whatever.
Yeah.
It's only $20 anyway, so it's not a big buy-in.
My boy, we call him Shax. He's a engineer for Boeing. And he's been the commish for the last 5 years in all my friends' league. And that was something, you want to be part of it? And I totally would be, but I feel that you need to, every single week, you need to figure out what's going to happen so you can trade. And
I mean, you gotta
have
be
too
on
much shit going
you gotta
on.
be on top of it, but a lot of times it's funny because last time I did it, one of the guys he didn't pay attention to it at all.
that happened to, yeah.
He ended up fucking winning
but
the
yes,
whole thing.
that happened
We
to
were like,
like-
what the fuck?
and
How does that
people
even
who
happen?
get all into
Yeah,
it, they-
man. That's why I'm like, if I get a good team, I get a good team. If I don't, fuck it. What does it matter to me? It's just for fun.
Well,
Here's the thing, though. When it comes to football, it's people are supposed to like you go for one team or the other. But when it comes to fantasy football, you're into
you're going
different
for
teams
everybody.
so it kind of kills that team spirit because it becomes this whole
becomes the money spirit.
yeah, it's a gambling sort of. I don't know, but then again, there are people who don't like teams. There are people who like players.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of.
I mean, I
applies.
will say the times that it is kind of fun because then I am paying attention to everything.
Yeah.
But then I'm there watching football and I'm like, God damn it, this team's losing. I don't even care about my team anymore playing. I'm over here watching these guys because that's where
And
I'm in.
My friends, do that. And sometimes I'm like, do you like football or do you just play
Wanna
fantasy
make money?
football? yeah. Are you just into like the money?
I think
aspect of it?
it's more about the money aspect at that point.
Yeah.
If you've been doing it for years, it's more about the money.
What do you think, Alex?
It's like,
I'm good.
Football, yay.
go team.
Go team sports.
Blue and silver.
It does nothing for me, honestly. Like, remember when I was younger, I was into it, but now I'm like, I could care
Babe
less.
Ruth's still playing.
Is that one guy, the Ruthie? The Ruthie guy, is he still playing?
Baby Ruth?
Baby Ruth.
There's got into a darker one time gambling. Don't worry about it. There's a day called a child picking day. So it's the day before spelling
Child
bee.
picking day?
Yeah, before spelling bee.
What?
So because they
Did
put
you
it-
bet on the spelling bee?
No, like I didn't know
No,
it was
I
a
think
thing.
I think he's picking children.
No, but it's 'cause I was
Save the
at the
children.
I was at the casino and then they had like in the gambling room they have all like the schedules.
Yeah.
And I was like, child picking day, and I asked the girls like, what's that? Like I was like, oh, it's because the day before the spelling bee, everybody gets here and actually picks a kid, and they bet money.
way.
I was like,
On who's the one who can?
yeah, who's gonna win?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is the like. I was like, what
That's
are they-
horrible. You're supposed to look at them and just choose like, yeah, that one's smart, that one's stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty much. And I was just like,
No, this is gonna sound
it's always
bad.
the
But
Indian
what I was gonna
kids.
say,
Right?
that's what I was gonna say. What they probably do is like, all right, give me the top 10
Yeah.
Indian kids there, and
It's
they're
like-
like,
yeah, for sure, dude.
Math, Asian kids.
Wait, where was this happening
At
at?
the casino, dude.
Here,
Yeah.
El Paso. I guarantee there's no Indian kids there.
No, but
no, but this is like the
But it's
national
'cause
spelling
the
bee.
No,
No, it's the national spelling bee.
I didn't know
Oh, I thought it was a
ESPN.
local spelling bee.
No,
I
no,
know. They
no.
bet on the people on.
Yeah.
They go to the school districts. I need the scatter report
I'm
for
gonna
your
need all
spelling
Indian
bee.
kids right now.
Fucking show.
They bet. Okay, now I get it. They bet on the
Yeah.
kids on the TV.
Yeah,
Okay.
also because I didn't know like ESPN puts the spelling bee on TV.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
just like,
It's a thing.
A couple
What
years
the
ago,
fuck?
it was like 5 in the morning, and one of our friends.
I got 20 on the brown one.
yo, Brown, dude. I was like, God damn.
My boy was betting on
All the yellow ones ahead.
Russian girls softball and Russia under 12 World Series. Yeah, 12-year-old
Yeah,
girls in Russia World Series at 5 in the morning. There was betting going on, and that was just one of the many sports that was up
For
there.
what?
Yes.
Spelling bee?
No, softball.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I got tuned out. I was
Up
too
to the
tuned into the
spelling
laughing
bee.
part. That's why.
I'm like, softball.
I said it 3 times.
Well, we gotta stop the camera really quick.
We'll be back after these short messages. Which there are no short
How do you do your intro?
Wait, so what kind of beer did you guys make? Well, actually, real quick.
Strong lager.
Clap, stupid. Get your fucking flashlight off me.
It's on. The flash is on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on.
Look, you see, it's fucking bright, bro.
This is what happened when we talk about spelling bee and betting money.
And Russians, Russian softball players, girls,
Girls.
underage Russian softball.
Underage Russian softball girls.
If we ever get canceled, this is the time we get canceled.
This is the reason why. Yeah,
Hey, man, we get canceled. Fuck it. We went out with a bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he went out with several.
Banging business.
He wishes.
Barstool.com.
So will Cesar just try the beer for the
Oh,
first
no,
time?
yeah. What kind of... I mean, it's really good. Let me say that real quick. It's really good. What kind of beer did you guys make?
Malt liquor, dude. Didn't you hear that part?
Strong lager.
Yeah, we talked about it for like you know,
My bad, guys.
the first half.
Like I said, I was worried about betting on the next Indian kid to win the spelling bee over
He's on
here.
the phone with Dan Marino over there.
Yeah, man.
Dan Marino's the name of the Indian kid he's betting on.
But it's spelled like way different. Like with 5 A's. Like, what? Dan Marino had like 5 A's. Dude.
What, Indian kid, India or Native American?
India.
Joke's over, bro.
okay.
Let's move on.
It's just
I mean,
it's getting worse every
as
time.
far as I've seen. I mean, this past year there was like 8 of them that tied for the win.
8 Marinos tied, bro. Like,
Yeah. Like it was like 8 kids that just tied, and they're like, "You guys all win. Fuck it."
Damn, they gave up. Like,
Yeah.
It was 4 days of.
but the other, like, I just picture when Alex is like going to like the local like spelling bees here, and you just see this guy like coming with a white suit and a bunch of money just betting.
He's in the back with a
Press the bets here.
notepad.
Press the bets here.
He
give
goes
me
at the
give me the
end.
darkest one.
Gets mad like, God damn it!
I want
God,
his eyebrows to connect.
God damn it, Jose! he picks the
God damn you, Bernice!
You couldn't spell complicated. Complicated? You lost on complicated?
This is why we got canceled.
Yeah, right. How do you
Dude,
spell
believe me,
complicated?
If we haven't been canceled by now, then
Yeah, I had to sit on that.
I'm honestly
yeah,
very
we-
surprised.
Just wait till Run Over You runs for office, and then these are episodes are gonna pop up.
No, I'm not allowed anymore.
I'm just gonna be like Bill Clinton, bro. I swear I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
It's like, no, sir, we're talking about a man.
Oh, that's a different story, actually.
That happened.
That happened, bro. Come on.
Come on, 2021.
2021.
It was a very lonely year.
It was a woke year. Everybody was doing it.
Everybody was doing it, man. Come on. Did you not listen? I don't believe in labels.
Oh man.
So how'd you like the beer?
I really liked it, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It was delicious.
How many will you have?
As many as they'll sell me.
Don't say it, because I'm not gonna stop it. I want Cesarin back out.
Add to his tab. Add to his tab.
That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be like, Alex has got this.
No, he doesn't. Guess I'll be working.
No, he doesn't.
He just gets an email from Gus. Hey, like, what the fuck, dude?
Take it out of our sponsorship. Just kidding.
That's how we lost.
Oh, so good.
The fact that you guys have two labels is kind of badass too. It's same beer, two labels. Mystery you're getting.
When Alex first showed them to me, and it was two different ones, and we're like, hey, because I told him, hey, let's do like 4 different cans, like 4 different, and then he goes, no, let's be realistic, we're not gonna have time. So then he's like, let's just do, and I was like, all right, let's do 2. And then when he showed me those that label but in 2 different colors, I was like, oh look, that's simpler. Like, let's just do like same one but 2 different colors. And he was like, all right, let's do that. Boom.
Yeah, because not gonna lie, the first time I saw it, I was like, are you guys making 2 beers? Like, it's one gonna be like an amber and the other one's gonna be like a lager?
Which would have made kind of sense in that way.
Maybe
Maybe
you don't
later
know
on?
something.
Maybe there's a secret beer that they're not telling us about.
I'll be right back.
I'm
Come back, I was like, oh
I'm
shit.
all about the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
There's
So even if you
actually-
look on the
And the
beer,
Christmas
there's actually
trees.
something very, very sentimental for El Paso that's in here.
Yeah.
We'll let you figure that out for
What's on
yourself.
This is gonna be. It's
2
This is
things.
gonna spend like 20
I'm gonna
minutes.
be
looking
staring at
it.
this
Yeah, 2
forever.
things. One's the smallest. The second is very obvious, but not obvious.
Yeah.
I also
Like it's part of the design.
Actually, nobody
but
knows about
represents
it, right?
something. No, nobody.
There's
I
2
think
things.
maybe like 2 people maybe know about
I
it.
talking about the stars. That's another one.
Well, no,
Maybe.
it's 3.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 3. Oh, okay. Yeah. Then there's 3. Okay. Actually, there's 4.
Oh, God.
Damn it.
That's too much.
I see there's 4.
You had me at one.
The entire thing is a map.
Kept me at 2.
There's
As soon as you
4.
said 3 and 4, I'm like, oh.
When you figure it
damn
out, you get a map. That
I would
map's
say
gonna take
2 are the obvious, most obvious.
Let's just talk about them now.
It comes out the same day, so that you guys open it.
I mean, it's up to you.
Relaunch.
If you want people to know what they are, then you can more.
Well,
you're
it's
more
not
than welcome to say it
intentional.
on here.
Matter of fact, when I was designing it, the star aspect wasn't even intentional. It just happened to fit perfectly.
It was intentional. It was in your heart.
Subconsciously, it must have been because.
What were you doing when you
Well, we
were
could have
deciding it? We were taking a
So
dump?
if you see the stars that are around the Maripasa, there's actually 23.
23. Oh,
Exactly,
Oh,
23.
damn. Respect to that.
And yeah, so it wasn't in a sense that was what I was thinking about, but subconsciously because of the meaning behind what the Maripasa is in general, and
Which is
because
the whole story.
It's been redesigned, who knows how many times? Yeah, and so when I was doing it, I was like, what are the chances of that happening? Right, especially being the background that it has and a life worth living. It's sentimental in that aspect that it happened to be
Accidental, yeah.
yeah, accidental, but in a beautiful way, right? So it's a lot more meaningful in that sense that it was completely unintentional, but now it has way more meaning
Then,
than it
You know
originally
what it is
did.
before.
yeah, because like coming out like with it's weird. Yeah, I guess graphic wise, like 23 is not like you're trying to have a balance in the design.
Yeah,
And it's just like,
it
what
is.
the-
Yeah, it's-
Right. Why did
yeah.
that come from? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like it's like now I think it's like whoa, like graphic
And
wise.
that's a
like,
really it's a odd
you wouldn't go
prime
gone for
number.
the 24 like or
Yeah.
22, but that it worked with the 23.
exactly.
was-
The way the
That's-
design came together, it just that's
And then
that's
look,
how it felt.
read that.
The government warning. Yeah, it's good.
Made in Mexico,
Tijuana.
made by Indians.
Made by Indians.
Dan Marino, Inspector number 23.
Hey,
You
come on.
motherfucker lost because of
You
this.
guys said it's
Okay.
Your desire
Oh,
to your
shit.
desire to leave will one day be replaced by the unimaginable amount of nostalgia, and you will grieve. Oh,
And
EPFT.
when people read that at this last private showing that we had, people really like took it to heart, and a lot of people reflected
How was
on
it
it.
I didn't notice I saw it on the wall that you had to.
Yeah.
Also, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was just like, oh wait. Which at first when I saw it from far, I was like, do you guys vinyl that? Like at first, for like the first time I saw it, like when I passed
Oh, I
by.
thought it was actual vinyl, like stuck to it.
Yeah, it's because I passed by and I saw the color like super bright.
Yeah,
and I was
right,
just like, until I got to actually walk into the room, and I was like, oh shit, no.
And then you
like,
touched
just, like-
it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
And I ripped it off
Touched it.
It is vinyl.
with my little plier to.
There goes the whole wall.
That's why the AC doesn't work.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh damn! Like,
Yeah, it's a very, very simple thing to say. Hey, I want to leave El Paso because there's not opportunity here. But as soon as you leave and you go somewhere else,
you figured out
You
that there's
start-
actually opportunity.
well, yeah, but you start to miss El Paso for what it is, for what you grew up in. It is, you know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
like not just opportunities, but the people, the religion,
And sometimes
you know, the food.
yeah, the food, the culture.
Just in
Well,
general.
the culture pretty much applies to everything that you just said.
Your
but-
memories in
I
general.
mean, I'll say
always-
that the fucking food here, Mexican food, does not relate to anywhere else in the
Hell
world.
no.
No.
Does not.
its own thing. But some people they need to leave to figure that out on their own.
And that's part of that nostalgia is that you.
I mean, I think you always do. I think everyone's once they leave, they realize, like, you know what? I get it. I know why I left, but El Paso's always home. Nothing
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
compares to your home.
Yeah.
There is no such thing that will replace your home ever.
Yeah, and you realize also the shit that you really were missing out just because you're so used to being in this, hanging out in the same spot in El Paso. It's like, dude, we tell people all the time on the shows, like, you guys don't realize like how much shit has been going on at Galeria, and it's
Yeah.
That's like, dude, like,
A lot of
just
people trip out on it. Yeah.
get out and like, don't be hanging out only on the west side, the east side. It's like go around and like see what the fuck's going on. Like, there's so
Yeah,
much shit to do. Like,
And
don't
you can't
say
just
there's nothing
expect
to
El
do.
Paso to grow by itself too. You gotta,
Yeah,
you know,
be a part of it.
Yeah, you gotta be.
lend that helping hand, be an innovator, be, you know, like take some risks. And I think that's what a lot of people don't like to do or don't want to do. They're scared to do it, is they're afraid of, you know, failing. And in that sense, you kind of have to fail to see, like, you're never gonna progress if you don't at least
you
try.
don't. If you don't eat shit,
All right, try it.
no
Yeah,
way.
so that's again, that stems from our background, and that's what we're here for. You know, is to really just show people that no matter where you come from, you can make a difference. You can, you know, make El Paso for what it is, and make it more. You know, introduce new stuff, and not just have that same stigma of like, oh well, I have to leave El Paso because there's no opportunity here. I can't do this. I can't do that. Well, be that one that introduces it. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Like, some people just want everything now. And you can't have that. And I grew up that way of, I've had my whole life to earn my way, earn my keep. And even when I do get to the point where I want to be, I'm going to feel like I still need to earn more.
Yeah, you always gotta do more, not just be happy with just like, oh, I did this.
Yeah,
That's it. Like, nah, dude, like, there's more shit
do you
to
think
move.
that's kind of like an El Paso thing though? Because I think I've always kind of thought that when it
Same.
comes to being here, anybody that stays here is like, not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying that right now, but I feel like anybody that really likes to stay here and like is used to the homegrown environment here, it's like they're okay with just settling. I think like I've seen a lot of people who are just okay with like, all right, I am where I am. I go in every weekend, I party and I drink, I work Monday through Friday, and then
And that's perfectly
I'm good with
fine,
that.
but you shouldn't be the one that's complaining about there's nothing here to do
No,
because
exactly.
you're not
Yeah.
adding to it.
You're just not doing anything, dude. Like,
Yeah,
to figure out
you're adding
what
to
it
that
is
same
going on.
stigma. It's like, well, there's nothing to do here. Well, why don't you be somebody like changes that? You know, if you want it so bad, jump in on it. Put some ideas together, put in the work, and try to make some moves, make something happen. If it bothers you that much,
So it's just that not everybody's the leader, and that's one of the hardest things that I've
Or
had to
They
understand.
don't want to talk to people that can make it.
Yeah, they
that
don't want to
can
take the
help out.
risk.
Yeah.
That nobody wants to take the risk. My brother once told me that the reason why I was going to be successful one day was because I was a professional failure, and I wasn't afraid to fail, and then that made me finally make money. But not everybody's into that. People get $2,000 bonuses and they go to Vegas and they spend it all, and then they come back and they're upset as fuck. And it's the same routine over and over. So I don't want to leave El Paso in the sense that I always want to be my home, but I want to expand to other places. And the way that I'm doing that is by making a difference here and making El Paso a place worth living, not just for everybody else to look. What do we do here? We go to bars and we get drunk. It's all we do. So when people come to like an exhibit at Galeria Lincoln or whatever, like, or when they come to a brewery like this place that's so unique, they get super excited. In El Paso, everything excites us. Everything's different.
Yeah.
And anybody can be different. Look at every single local artist right now. All the ones that are like the most popular. It's nothing crazy. Anybody can come right now over and take over. But in other cities, there's just so much competition for everything. And in El Paso, you can stand out. And once you do, then you can use it to your advantage.
especially
Do you
if
think
you're
that
not
there's
using the
do you
same
think
stuff.
there's those people that maybe like they get so used to standing out here that at some point it's like, would you rather be the big fish in the little pond or the little
Yeah, I've
fish
had that
in the big
mentality for a
pond?
long time. Definitely, I'll admit to that I'd rather be. Well, here's the thing: in El Paso, you can be popular, but you can't be famous, right? And in other cities, you can.
Yeah.
So when people go to Vegas, when they go to LA, when they go to New York and stuff like that, Nashville, they go looking for fame. And the thing is that I don't want to be famous. I want our label to be known, and I don't want to go out there and put the label out. I want people to come here looking for it.
Yeah, and
It-
see what the town is about too.
Yeah.
Like
And
it's
so
kind of works in a way where
I
you're
want
like,
to draw people that are. We want to draw people here that are gonna make this place better.
Like I don't want to over advertise our stuff in a sense of like, hey, let's make TikTok videos so we can reach more people.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, like there's
yeah, there's stuff that
marketing,
you
there's things
can-
like that, but like the label should speak for itself, and the
You mean-
demand should.
Yeah.
You
come
mean to
us.
tell me you don't want to light yourself on fire and climb over crates and put them on TikTok?
Not for the sale of a T-shirt.
Not again.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not twice in a month.
Like I just did it for the party, but
I want to do it because I want people to want it, not for me to want them to want it.
yeah,
In that
Yeah.
sense, you know, like
you want to see like someone you leave town for a vacation or whatever, and they say like, "Oh, where the fuck you got that shirt?" It's like, "No, El Paso, dude."
yeah.
Yeah.
Like where,
And
where
wanna-
can I get it? It's like in El Paso. Like stop
yeah,
by.
exactly.
I don't want to
Get a fucking
overexert
beer.
you and shove it down your throat through promotion that like, oh, you need to get this shirt, like, or whatever
Yeah,
it is, you know, like
'Cause
if you
that
like it,
gets
you
annoying, and
like
like
it.
people are not
Yeah.
gonna be like, "I don't know, I don't want the fucking like."
And we're, even though we like people to get who have our stuff, we're aiming for an exclusivity way of putting material out. It's not that we're trying to mimic anybody else, but when you look at a brand like Supreme, all of its movement and all of its glory is because
It's
they
just
do
putting
small.
Supreme on anything.
Yeah, but they do really small drops, and because it's a popular name, people will go out there and they'll get it. Like with like sneakers, right? With sneakers, they'll put out. It costs $5 to make a sneaker nowadays, but then they'll put them out at a certain boutique in New York with a collaboration of a street artist that lived around the corner.
Yeah.
a graffiti artist, and then people line up. They buy the shoe. It was $5 to make. They buy it for $150, $200, and they resell it for $2,000 on eBay. So it's all about hype.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah, they
what,
push the culture off of
yeah.
hype, not off.
So
of,
when we talk about when I talk about Supreme, it's not at all like comparing any aspect or glorifying it or anything. That's
Yeah.
a separate opinion. It's just about hype.
So do you think the hype aspect more than anything takes away from what's happening in anybody's local community? Because I mean I kind of think that's kind of what it sounds like. I mean for me, from when I've seen and when I hear, it's like everyone gets hyped because it's all over the place and
Yeah.
they spend shit ton of money for it, but then they forget to realize like there's a guy down the corner that probably does the same thing,
Yeah.
not better, and you don't have to spend $2,000, $3,000 for
it's
it.
no different than calling a rapper that has millions and millions of followers and having some dude that's like nobody ever heard of, but he's just as good as him. He's just not recognized.
Yeah, and because we do branding for a living for businesses,
Yeah.
right? And we have to work on a lot of different things that are gonna call people. So again, back to the whole thing about the road of least resistance. It was just kind of like we were gravitated towards, hey, these are the tricks that work. How do we make these tricks more organic? How do we work with people's subconscious, I'm sorry, without giving them something that they don't want? No, let's give them something good, but let's just make them a part of their everyday life. And like the decals, the El Paso freaking Texas decals, a few years ago when the whole slap scene was around,
Yeah.
the people who got up the most stickers, they grew a lot. Like again, back to the same artists that I was talking about earlier from Loft Light Studio. A lot of those same artists are the ones that put up their decals.
Yeah, because
they got known.
We had a competition with stickers. Like it was like you go to like we're gonna use Love as an example.
Yeah.
Like the pole was a fucking like,
And that's dude.
who can get higher
I
on
knew
the pole outside.
That's how I first heard about you, but I didn't know.
That I was doing it.
Okay, so when I first started coming here to,
I didn't know you climbed poles either.
I didn't know you're a pole dancer.
Hey,
When
like
I first started coming here, and I knew the name already, Alexis 1948.
Yeah.
And then I saw you, and then I knew you, right? So then I started interacting with you here and everything, and it took me a while to realize that you were Alexis 1948.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
And
and
I
it
had
happened because the whole thing was just like when I started doing that, I used to be an instructor and a teacher, so I couldn't be showing my face. So a lot of the stuff that I would do, like when I was doing like street art and everything, I was wearing a mask. And it wasn't because like, well, yeah, like, and I was wearing like, I'll do spray, like I was doing stencils with gloves for the same reasons. If I get stuck, I don't have paint in my hands.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll just throw away the backpack or whatever I had with me. It's like, I just maybe lost probably like $20, but like I don't get in trouble.
You don't get in
like,
trouble, right?
and
You don't get that rap sheet.
And then the other thing is like
Vandalism,
my kids won't see it, my students or anything. So it will be like, yeah, they don't know who that is. So that's how I started. And I was just doing with the stickers, like I said, that it was just like we were playing a 16 feet higher. And to a point where like we're just climbing some building and just putting the sticker as high as we can. And it was like, well.
And see, again, because we get to go a lot of interesting places, we get to also like slap up. You only did slaps for a little bit, huh? Like the one with the cap, but then you kind of.
Oh yeah, I didn't really. I mean, if anything, the more of my hit-ups were tags for sure.
It was more, because I did more.
I didn't really get into like the
Estylo
street
Junction
art
and the
scene.
maripasa. Well, the maripasa is the logo for Estylo Junction.
Yeah.
The butterfly peace sign, and that one is the one that gets up. Like, dude, and the.
Yeah, when
tens of
they were
thousands.
in production, people were taking them and just slapping them everywhere.
Yeah.
100%. So
Yeah, because people were asking why aren't they charging me to give me stickers? Like, dude, I just put it wherever you go. And then I had friends that would go out of town and
exactly.
Like there was a few like I know one of the Poe brothers from back in the Blackbird days.
Yeah, the
like
Poe brothers.
he went to Seattle and he put a bunch of my stickers because he had them with him. And my friend Mia like went to New York and put a few of my stickers as well. I was like, well, that's the whole point. Like, I'll give you the sticker. I don't care. Like, it's not really a loss. It's an investment of just like someone's gonna see that like a sticker and be like, oh, it has your handle. It's like, oh, sure, I'm gonna see what.
oh yeah, the only ones I did print was the one with that face with the octopus tentacle coming out. Like my
that was your series.
that was my series for
It was with Evander Graham, Beto O'Rourke.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, Evander Grimm?
So I did an Evander Graham. I did Beto
Khalid.
O'Rourke, Khalid, Crystal Poppin.
Victoria Lees.
Well, she was the one that was the
first
reference
one.
for the first one. Yeah. But other than that, I think that was it for that series. And I made a certain run of them, and then I gave them all out. I didn't even sell them. I just gave them to
Yeah, like people were like, why don't you sell them? Like, just
And then
take
that was
them,
it. Like I didn't bring them back. We should probably bring them back. Use them for something, but
You all together.
yeah.
stickers.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Speaking of, we have a bunch of stickers that we need to launch that aren't already printed.
Yeah, that haven't been put out.
What are the stickers of? Are they like related to the launch
It's that we
coming
have
up? Or?
our vault of designs have a lot of the designs that I've had have been run for over a decade. And then 3 years ago, I just started throwing them at him, and he started like revamping a lot of them. And then he started coming up with his own thing based on those designs, and on Paso fucking Texas and all that good stuff. So we have a lot of things. So it's funny when a lot of people tell us, "Oh, you know what you should do? You should do this, this, and this." Okay, we'll get to that in 10 years when we go through everything that we have.
Once
have
you
a
run through the
backlog,
library
dude.
of everything, yeah.
I'm sure as an artist, you
Yeah.
always tell you, "Oh man, you know what you should do?" Like,
Oh,
tell
I
me.
hate that shit.
Don't I have stuff in
I
my
tell
library
him
that I
all
haven't-
the time. Does he listen? No, but whatever.
Always keep everything you make. At
Oh,
some
yeah,
point in time, you'll.
Like even when I do custom like prints, yesterday they asked me like, hey, can you like I print 3 of them, like one for them. If they want more, I'll give them more. Commission prints, and then I have the second print is the one that I keep.
Yeah.
And I have them sign it too because it's their likeness. It's
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, I just drew you in this style. And I was like, no, it's your face. Like you're the model or you're the inspiration of this piece.
Yeah.
Like I want the signature. and I have a portfolio yes of everybody that I do.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's my signature and their signature.
That's
and
badass. That's a different
And
way
it's
to,
label, yeah. And I have them
like
all.
you bought it. All right, let me get your signature so I know who got
Yeah.
it for me. So me and you share that.
And they're all
commonality.
number, and then
yeah.
I would always keep either if it's 3 prints, I'll keep number 2 or 3, depending how many they want it. I'll just keep the second one or the third one, and that's the one that's signed by both of us.
That's cool.
Yeah, so like even like on the ones at the beginning that we used to record at my house, the back, all the TDs out in there, they're all signed in the back by the persons that I drew, the pictures that I took and
Nice.
everything.
That's
So
a
it's
very
just like-
unique way to. Oh, speaking of unique, we have some. Well, I was talking about the ideas, but
You got excited.
and no, we have some unique ideas that we're going to present over here that will be interactive with people.
Oh,
I don't want to give away too much info, but
oh man, it's
they'll
so
be like
cool.
way more interactive than anybody's
So,
in here. Instead of just
I'll
taking
put
a
it to you
selfie
this,
with somebody.
Like some of the things that people take home, they're gonna be able to interact with them in the future through some
AR.
crazy ass technology.
Maybe AI
Yeah.
or maybe II.
I like I.
Or RV or VR.
You never
I'll
know.
be right back.
Point is that we're trying to introduce new stuff that like. I mean, there's practical
Innovative.
stuff all over the city. Yeah, more innovative.
Do you
things.
think maybe that's kind of like the future of artwork in general? Like
That's the
even
future
with
of the
murals,
future.
Like
That's the future of future.
We have two things that are futuristic, and we're not talking about like science fiction. We're talking about actual like what the future holds.
Yeah.
And yeah, because just like you said, we're trying to. Is it with But
Yeah.
sometimes things.
We're
die.
even gonna launch some NFTs soon.
Yeah,
Let's
and
just
it's
say that.
as well.
If you're talking about future, yes,
And yeah,
NFTs,
and
and that's the least of it. That's
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
these are gonna be
I've been looking into that, and I was just like, fuck all that shit that I had to do just for.
these are gonna be tangible items that you can physically hold and interact with.
Yeah.
And holograms. Also, we're working on that.
The
holograms.
Can't say much more. It's too,
my
it's too
blood.
much.
You're selling your blood to. We print the stickers.
Are you
with
gonna put
the
are you
it-
gonna put the blood in the paint, and then we're gonna put that on that shit, and then they fucking scan it, and then all of a sudden you get a little miniature boom pop up, and
A what?
That's
A miniature what?
We're working on cloning, and it's something like that.
It's
And
like,
I'm gonna be like, all right, little Alex, make me a new painting.
Maybe a little.
little, that sounds wrong.
Maybe a little.
Oh man, because I'm gonna get hit with child support.
That's true.
Well, yeah,
Get
that-
cloned.
Come on, yeah.
That's what you want. That's
call it
what
little
Cesar
me, that's what
wants.
he
That's what I
wants.
want, man.
Wants the
Take
child
care of me
support,
for the
like-
next 18 years.
Damn.
I'm futuristic, not stupid.
I know the QR codes everywhere. Oh shit! I did that for a while too, like fucking on my stickers, the QR codes, but it was just.
Well, in 2011, I used the fuck out of QR codes. They were on everything, on all the tags and everything. They were even
And they've been around
printed
since
on the
then?
back of the label. Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
right
they've
here.
been-
I would screen print them here, but then the technology died out, and then
I thought it was just a horrible
picked
chess.
back- it just
chess
picked back
fucking
up.
setup.
when,
like, how do you play this?
When COVID
Fuck,
hit,
this is all wrong.
when COVID came back, they had to use them for the menus. So
Yeah,
then
so
like
it's-
everybody started using QR codes again. So
Yeah, because
they're-
QR started because of Snapshits.
Snapshits.
Snapchat.
Oh,
Call Snapshits.
Well, yeah, because that's how everybody will find each
No,
other.
but yeah, but the QR
Yeah.
code, Samsung developed it in 1994, if I'm not mistaken, and it was an application used for their company.
QR codes have been around since then.
Yeah,
Oh, I
for a
didn't
long
know
time.
that.
Yeah.
that's what I just said. I was
But
like,
they
damn,
used
that
to
long?
use them to scan like with like the laser guns.
Yeah.
So they couldn't use it with a phone. Now our phones can do everything. So what it
I
does
like
is that when it looks at the code, it gives it a serial of numbers. So then that's what it interprets.
Yeah,
That's
isn't it
what
all
does
just
the website.
binary code?
Yeah.
In a sense,
Ones and
yeah.
zeros, everything.
Yeah.
The whole internet is
Yeah,
binary
it
code.
either is
Literally.
or it's
Well,
a
that's what I'm
way-
saying.
or-
That was basically
yeah.
just
yeah.
another binary code.
Just
Yeah.
a different
Yeah, it was like
protocol.
another, yeah.
That's yeah.
Different use. But yeah. Sorry, I don't
So in the future, not only will we do regular NFTs, but we'll attach NFT certificates to some of the items that you buy. So not only do you own the item, you own the certificate of authenticity for it, like a
Oh
title.
damn! Nice.
Hey guys, we want to go ahead and thank you for listening to part 1 of our brand new 6 Feet Under Studios podcast episode featuring Estylo Junction. These guys are dropping a brand new show over at the Galeria Lincoln today in El Paso, Texas, September 3rd. So make sure you guys go ahead and drop by and check them out. The Galeria Lincoln is located at 3915 Rosa Avenue, where these guys are featuring work from their brand new show, the revamp of their website and clothing, as you may have heard on this podcast episode today, as well as they're dropping the new brew that they got, the EPFT brew over at Old Sheepdog Brewery, located right across the street from Galeria Lincoln. So make sure you guys go and check them out and support them today in that new drop. The show runs through August 29th, so make sure you guys head out there and support them and check it all out. Like always, we want to go ahead and thank our sponsors as well. Let me start off first by thanking Old Sheepdog Brewery. Old Sheepdog Brewery, located at 3900 Rosa Avenue, El Paso, Texas, 79905. Vitolas Cigar and Whiskey, located at 216 West Franklin Avenue, El Paso, Texas, 79901. And White Knife Dining, the punk rock food truck, located all over El Paso. So make sure you guys follow them to find out where they are currently today. Also, guys, please be sure to check out our website, 6feetunderstudios.com, where you'll find links to all of our streaming platforms, including our YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, as well as our Instagram. On our Instagram, where we like to post daily posts, if not, well, maybe not daily, but, you know, as often as we can, where we like to feature everything and anything we got going on with 6feetunderstudios.com. Also, be sure to check out our website, where we like to feature our local friends and family on our local spotlight. Anybody who's been on the show, who is going to be on the show, who we're working with, we like to give them a little bit of extra feature on that local spotlight, because here at 6 Feet Under Studios, we're all about local support and local. So we always want to make sure we give them a little bit of an extra push, a little bit of extra support, especially right now with everything that's going on in the world. We know that they need it the most, and we always appreciate giving our local friends and family that little bit of extra local love. So make sure you guys check that out for everything you need, 6 Feet Under Studios and more. And as always, guys, stay hard. Bye, guys. See you later.
Thank you.